Good morning, children. It is your commerce lecture, and I will be taking your first topic, that is human activities, classification of human activities into economic and non-economic. As previous lecture, I had already taught you about the meaning of human activities and its classification. Now today I will go through the next topic, that is economic activities. I am going to discuss with you the meaning of economic activities. Firstly, economic activities refers to all those activities which are being undertaken with the object of earning money and acquiring wealth. These activities result in production of economic goods and services. Likewise, you can take business, profession, employment. All these activities are being considered as economic activity. Your book states or refers that economic activities refers to all those human activities which are undertaken to earn profit or to earn money for their livelihood, or you can say it for satisfaction of human want. The basic objective of economic activity is to earn income, or you can say create wealth. Like example, a doctor attends its patients in his clinic and earn fees. A shopkeeper, by selling goods to his customer, earn money. A teacher who is teaching in a school or a college is earning salary by teaching the students. So all these activities are considered as economic activities. Economic activities are considered to be the activities which are involved in production, distribution and exchange of goods and services. Economic activities are also called as occupation. Now, economic activities have certain characteristics, or you can say the nature of economic activities. Sometimes a question has been asked in the board, what is the nature of economic activity? So when the question arises, the simple answer that you are going to write, that is all the characteristics which are being mentioned for economic activities. The very first characteristic, it says economic motive. The main object of economic activity is to earn money and acquire wealth. The basic motive behind all the economic activity is to make an economic gain. Alright, and these activities are basically being performed for earning money for their livelihood. Then secondly, economic activities are productive. These economic activities, as earlier also in the point I stated, that economic activities involves in or concerned with the production, distribution and exchange. So economic activities involve production, distribution and exchange of goods and services for satisfying human wants. Then thirdly, economic resource. Economic activity make use of all economic resources such as land, labor, capital. Then rational use. Rational use basically means proper allocation of the scarce resources so as to obtain maximum output out of them. These economic activities involve an optimum utilization of three things: land, labor, capital, which are the basic factors of production. Alright. Then economic growth. Economic activities are also been performing a purpose in the development of a country, and it also tries to raise the living standard of the citizens, or you can say of the customers or of the society. Then legally valid. Economic activities should be lawful. They should not be unlawful activities like gambling, black marketing, theft, burglary, smuggling. All these things should not be involved, or these things are not being considered as economic activity. Then economic activities are socially desirable. Economic activities are desirable for society because they must be in accordance with the expectations and with the norms of society. Alright, now certain examples are given on page number 5 related to the economic activities. You can go through like production, distribution, selling, transportation, advertising, legal services, working as a government officer. All these are considered as an economic activity. Now, moving ahead with the examples, the second category is, or the second classification is non-economic activity. Now, non-economic activities are those very activities which are undertaken to satisfy social, religious, cultural and sentimental requirements. They are known as non-economic activities, or you can say non-economic activities are inspired by the sentiments, emotions, likewise love for the family, desire to help the poor and love for the country. All these will be considered as non-economic activity. The basic objective of these activities is not to earn any monetary gain or reward, but they just want personal satisfaction. Likewise, you can say love, sympathy, religion, patriotism. All these are considered non-economic activities. Then non-economic activities, sometimes there are non-economic activities which are being considered as economic in certain cases and non-economic in other cases. Like here it says there are same activities which can be considered as economic as well as non-economic. Likewise, I'll give my own example. Suppose I am teaching in school to you all. So this is my economic activity because for this purpose I will be paid salary. But in the same manner as I will be teaching at home my own children, then that will be non-economic because that is my personal satisfaction. Alright. In the same manner, you can take the other example. Like a mother is cooking food. She is basically a caterer, alright, or a chef in a hotel. So she is preparing food for number of people and selling that food in a restaurant or in a hotel. That will be an economic activity because for that she will be paid. But similarly, that same mother, if she prepares food for her own children at home, then that will be considered as a non-economic activity. That for there she is getting personal satisfaction. Alright, that is her love for her children. So I think so the thing is clear in your mind. Sometimes the activity of the same person may be economic in some condition, it can be non-economic at other condition. Now basically examples are being given in your book related to non-economic activity. You can take love and affection, personal satisfaction, physical need, like you are early in the morning when you are waking, you are praying to God, that is your personal satisfaction. Your religious obligation it is. Alright. Patriotism, like donating blood for the injured, that is again a non-economic activity. Then on the same page there are distinctions between economic and non-economic activity. So you will go through the same manner in the tabular form. Remember children, as I had already told you in class 10th also, that you will follow the same pattern of writing the distinction. Basic of distinction, then economic activities, then non-economic. Objective, economic activities are being set up for the purpose to acquire wealth, whereas non-economic for sentiments and emotion. Expectation, money is the expectation. There, money is not the expectation, but personal satisfaction is the expectation. Relationship, directly related to income, not related to income. Measurement of outcome, result can be measured in terms of money. There is no reward in terms of money which can be measured in non-economic activities. Everything is being done for love, for sympathy, for patriotism. Logic, guided by rational consideration, guided by sentiments. Resources involve proper allocation of optimum use of resources like land, labor, capital. Optimum allocation, use of resources, not essentials. Types of example, business, profession and employment. Then In next it is family oriented, religious, social, cultural and national. Alright, so these were the three. Now coming to the next category, that is types of economic activities. As you can see in the flow chart, their economic activity is being classified in three heads: business, profession and employment. Now what is business? Business, it includes all the economic activities which are concerned with production and exchange of goods and services with the object of earning profit. So underline that words, that it is saying that it is an economic activity firstly, then it involves production and exchange of goods and services for the purpose to earn profit. Then one more thing, that business is always being done on a regular basis, then only it will be considered as economic activity. If anything which is not being done in regular basis, that will not be considered as economic activity. Alright, a business firm which is being done, that organization is known as business enterprise. The person who is engaged in doing business, that person is known as businessman. Business creates various types of utilities, making goods, services, etc., etc. Alright, then it creates form utility, like it converts the raw material into finished good. Then it creates place utility, creates transportation facility. Alright, so that the distribution of goods can become easier. Then for consumption also, storage facility also is there. Alright, then it creates form utility, it creates place utility. Then creation of time utility, the goods are being stored in the storage, that is why time utility. Then again it says transportation is also one of the part, it creates goods available at the doorstep with the help of transportation. There are certain examples like providing direct services are also there, like tailors, dry cleaners, beauty parlors, etc. Secondly, it says profession. Profession, when we talk about profession, is basically being considered as an occupation, alright, with a specialized knowledge and skill to earn living. The person who is engaged in profession is known as professional, like chartered accountant, medicines, then lawyer, all these will be considered. Characteristics are there, like specialized body of knowledge. For the every profession need to have a specialized body of knowledge. Alright, then restricted entry to profession is allowed only to those who have completed the prescribed education, like MBBS, LLB. Formal education and training is needed. As I told you, profession provide facilities for formal education and training in a particular institution, like MBBS training, CA training, LLB training. Professional associations are there. Every profession has its own association. Professional association is statutory body and its member is essential. The association regulates entry in the profession, grants certificates to practice. Alright, then come to the next. The basic objective is service motive. Professions are expected to emphasize services to their clients. Alright, then code of conduct. These activities of a professional are regulated by a formal code of conduct. Code of conduct is prescribed by the professional associations. Now employment. Coming to employment, employment is also economic activity. When people work for other in exchange for some remuneration, the keyword is over here, that they are doing their work, they are providing their services for the purpose of remuneration. The person who works others are called employees, and the person or organization who engage others to work for them, they are known as employers. The remuneration by an employer to his employee is known as wages and salaries, which is being paid. Like employment can be, in employment a person works for others, called employer. Person services are being provided, like teachers are there, then doctors who are employed in hospital. All these will be considered as an employment. Then in your book there is a distinction also between business, profession and employment, but on page number 10 there is a distinction in a tabular form which you will be preparing. Alright, go through it, and after the explanation I am sending the PPTs also to you. You can go through that so that you can memorize everything, and there are certain question which I am giving you as an assignment. So this will be your first assignment which you will be doing in your registers. That is all for today. Thank you.